Mr. McClure, so where do I start? This concert is completely for you. It's something that when I met with you and we had lunch a couple weeks ago, I just knew it was time to do something like this. It had been on my mind for a long time, but I can't take any credit for it. All I did is I called Pat Jameson, I called Jim McKillop, and they just told me who to call. And all your friends and all your students, the only thing I heard from everybody was yes. And we sent out parts to everybody, and everybody practiced. And we have 31 musicians here today, including your son and including your grandsons as well, something that I'm really happy to see. So just to let you know kind of what prompted this, you know, you're just so important to me. I mean, I just can't tell you how much you've influenced my life. It's just something I can't explain in words. Only music can explain what it is you've given me. And I'm just eternally grateful for all you've done, and I just wanted to give something back. So may the Lord bless all your remaining days, and I'm just so thankful to have you in my life. Thank you, Mr. McClure.
Hey Larry, this is Mr. Wheelchair. Of course, you started my musical journey when I was in 4th grade at Whitehead Road Elementary, and you have always been my inspiration. I student taught with you for a whole semester when I was at UGA, then I was your assistant for 3 years at Cedar Shoals. I've always thought of you as my second dad and Jamae my second mom. Yes, you taught me so much about music itself, but you also taught me the psychological part of dealing with high school kids, how to have a sense of humor with them, and how to make band fun for them. But at the same time, letting them know who's boss. And you know what? Your system worked. By following your plan for being a good band director, I had 32 successful years of teaching, and just about all of my kids I taught will tell you how much fun they had in band, all because I had sense enough to listen to you and do what you taught me. I've always loved music because at one time, long ago, you looked a little 4th grader in the eye and made him feel special and told him how great a musician he could be. Larry, it's truly an honor to be a part of the Larry G. McClure Jazz Band tonight because you certainly deserve this tribute as one of the great band directors of all time. And I love you and Jamae so very much.
Okay, so number one, remember that the camera adds 10 pounds, so I'm much thinner than this. Number two, I moved into Cedar Shoals High School as a sophomore, and Mr. McClure is responsible for bringing me into the band family and instilling my love of music. The second thing that I owe Mr. McClure is my first job when I wanted to come back home and move to Georgia. He called up a buddy of his, Jay Wucher, and I didn't know this, but when Jay Wucher called me into my first interview, I said, "Hey, Mr. Wucher, where are the other candidates?" And he said, "There are no other candidates. You're the only person that we're bringing in to interview." And I said, "Well, why is that?" And he said, "Because Larry McClure told me that you were one of his very best students and that I needed to hire you. So there is nobody else. We're going to hire you." So I have you to thank for my very first band directing job as well, which indirectly I have you to thank for my second band directing job, the one I have now, because if I hadn't gotten the first one, I wouldn't have gotten the second one. So thank you, Mr. McClure.
Thank you, Mr. McClure. I have a wonderful career. You're 27 teaching band, all because of you. And I have a husband that teaches band, all because of you. I have 2 children now that love band. Jackson here is going to major in music ed and composition and performance, and it's all because of you. So I remember everything about you, everything about your office, about your prayer to catch a fish so big that you never have to lie, and you are the reason we're here. Thank you.
Hey, Mr. McClure, Kevin Hebblethwaite here. Good to see you. This has been so fun, so special. Great excuse to get the drums back out and polish them off a little bit. First of all, send along hello from parents, John and Mary, and from Kelly, who are all in Columbus, Ohio, living pretty near each other these days. Hey, I wanted to tell you what I remember most was the story about the 2 kids that were in, I believe, a philosophy class taking the final exam, and the first kid on the final exam, in answering the question, why, he wrote down, I believe the answer was because, and he got an F on the test. The second kid came along, and when he was answering the question, why, on the final exam, he answered, why not, and he got an A+. So I've always remembered that. So far in life, it serves me very well. I ask the question, why not, a whole lot, and frankly, it's the reason I'm here. Well, why not? Let's pack the drums up and go play with a bunch of people who haven't practiced in a long time. Actually, they did practice, as you noticed tonight. But we love you. We thank you for all you've done, for the community, for the school, and for us personally as musicians. We'll carry it with us the rest of our lives. Thank you, and God bless you.
Hey, Mr. McClure, S.L. Mitchell here. Such a blast to be a part of this situation, and hope it blesses you and your family, and look forward to seeing you soon. Love you, man. Bye-bye.
Mr. McClure, Doug Good, man, I can't say how much I appreciate you and all the kindness and the love that you showed. Just 4 awesome years with you. Really appreciated it. To this day, I'm still gripping my marble, so got it going on. Really appreciate how you treated us and respected us for who we were. So love you, man. Take care.
Hi, Larry and Jemae. This is Alex Boskoff. Larry, I met you, I think it was the summer of 1974 when I came up with Bucky Johnson to the UGA High School Summer Music Workshop, and I think we ran into each other there. And then after I got through school, I became the assistant band director to Chris Clark at Clark Central, and so you've been a mentor for a long time. And Jemae, I've loved playing with you over at Millage Avenue. I talked to Royce McNeil this afternoon. He said to send you his love and his appreciation. He's now at our church in First Baptist in Monroe, and so we go back a long way, and I'm so glad to have had you as a friend and a mentor. I've just retired. Well, I've been retired 5 years now after teaching for 34 years, and it's because of people like you that I enjoyed my career in music. So I just want to say God bless you. We're so proud of you. So proud to be a part of your life. Thank you so much. We'll see you later. Bye.
Hi, Larry. Jay Harriman here, and I'm so thrilled to be here preparing for the concert that we're doing for you tonight. And when I got the call to be a part of that, I absolutely said yes, because it took me back all 50-some years when we started playing, or I started playing with you and Herb Galloway. And we did a lot of great gigs together, and I learned a lot from you and being in that group. And it was also nice to be your next-door neighbor for a while as well. And then we sort of got separated, but we kept up over the years. But it's great that we can reunite tonight, and I wish you all the best. And we'll look forward to hearing more about you.
Hey, Larry, this is John Harriman. I guess I'm going to be after my brother Jay, who actually had a lot to deal with you during those early years when we came down from Greensboro, North Carolina, with my father, who taught at the University of Georgia. We hope that this concert gives you some good feelings, and we hope the best for you and your family. So you take care of yourself, and we'll see you later.
Hey, Mr. McClure, it's Alice Whitehead. I just want you to know that you are an amazing person and have been such an inspiration to me in my life and the life of my children and their love for music and my love for music. I thank you so much for everything that you did for me and for the Cedar Shoals Band program. I love you. You're amazing. Bye.
Hey, Mr. McClure. I want to thank you for all that you did for me and the encouragement, and I leave a little bit of the blame on you for becoming a professional musician, but that's all a great thing. Again, I just really thank you for all the musical exposure and the love you showed my family and me, and here's to many more. Thanks.
Larry, this is Tony Logston. I'm glad I can be a part of this. I can remember so much being an 11th grader and being in your jazz band at the UGA workshop and learning from you there, and learning from you as a student teacher. And I must have made an impression. You let me come back and actually make some money while working at Cedar Shoals. So I learned a lot from you, and I've been using some of your stories and some of your strategies at school at Jack State, and just appreciate everything that you've done, and hope the best for you. Love you, Larry. Thanks.
Hi. As you can see, this room is full of people, and if you look around really closely, or pay attention to the people who are making these little videos, you'll notice there are a lot of professional musicians and even more hobbyists who still do it a lot of years later. So if you ever question whether what you did mattered, we're living proof. So thank you.
Hey, Mr. McClure, Paul Allen here. Just wanted to say hi and be a part of this, and I was really excited when I heard about it. And you're not only my band director, but your son was my best friend and is still one of my best friends, and I got to spend a lot of time at your house growing up, and Rob and Stevie and Austin and everybody, and you're a really big part of my life, and I still play music to this day, and it's been really fun playing my saxophone again for the first time in 25 years, getting ready for this event. So I just wanted to say I love you and Jamae and the whole McClure family, and I'm really happy to be a part of this.
Larry McClure, maybe I think without a doubt the greatest saxophonist I personally know, and sweet human being, and a huge star. We love you, and we're here for this beautiful show, and I'll see you soon. That's it. We love you. Sax power.
Hey, Mr. McClure, Philip Joyner. I'm so glad we could do this. I'm so glad we're going to get to see you today. If you remember our times when I was in high school, you were a huge influence on me, and past my father and stepfather, probably the biggest. When I was in 10th grade, you said for me to put my drumsticks down and learn the trumpet, and that took me to college, and it ended up taking me around the world. I still think about you all the time, and just wish you and your family the best. We love you.
Hey Larry, this is Carter.
And Preston.
And Preston, yeah, your neighbors. I remember taking middle school band, and what I remember is that you took me to see Dr. Jameson, and that sort of changed my whole trajectory. So I thank you.
And you bought band fruit for me, so thanks as well.
Mr. McClure, Danny Popov here. It's an honor to be able to play on this for you. I'm so glad I heard about it. You're such a big impact in my life. Trumpet's been such a huge part of my life, and you're part of getting me there, giving me that love of music. As well with my sister that played in band as well. She said to pass on her regards to you, and it's nothing but fond memories. And thank you for being such a good band director and everything you did for us. You were my favorite teacher, and I always look back on fond memories.
Hey Dad, hope this video is something you can watch for a very long time. We were really excited to do it. I brought a couple people here that you might recognize, and they are excited about doing it as well. So here's a couple words from them. We love you.
Hi, Grandy. I hope you have a great time at the concert. You couldn't be a better grandfather. Just love you to death. Hope you have a good time at the concert.
Love you, Dad.